Archetype, I know you don't think we're done.
We're definitely not. Fatu, I think we're gonna be doing this for a long...
You talking like you earn my respect.
He stuck his...
You got
What's that?
I'll run.
Roxanne, if I were a betting man, I'd guess you were about to...
Me?
In other words,
well,
I'm not gonna...
Lose
And who's...
a winner.
Did you have any idea? Did you see it coming?
Now, in retrospect, yeah. I missed every sign, plain as day.
You're sounding very zen about this. Hector Flores may have cost you the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm mad. Believe me. And I got even angrier when Hector spun all those half-truths and lies in his press conference.
What about his challenge for the Royal Rumble?
Hector and I will have our reckoning. Down the road. He was right about one thing. I am focused on getting back to the WWE title. And that means entering the Royal Rumble match.
So you're ready to declare yourself?
No. I'm going to earn my spot. I don't need another social media storm about me skipping any lines.
I respect that. When was the last time you got in the ring with Randy Orton?
Man, years.
Well, I'd say this seems like the perfect opportunity to see two veterans renew their rivalry. How about the Archetype versus the Viper in a Royal Rumble qualifying match tonight?
Where do I sign?
Hector Flores is the referee. What's happening here?
The following contest is a special referee match. Please welcome the special referee for this match, Hector Flores.
Hector Flores' challenge to the Archetype for a match at the Royal Rumble was ignored. I guess this is Hector's way of getting his attention.
Or forcing a loss to Orton. We are going to have to see how this one plays out.
Credit to Hector for pulling off a fast one.
The Viper is looking for a chance at his third Royal Rumble win.
And the participants, first from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 280 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton!
Randy Orton is one of the smoothest wrestlers to ever do it. And he's looking in the best shape of his career.
Oh, he's primed to qualify for the Royal Rumble, especially with a biased Hector Flores officiating this match.
The Viper looks ready to secure a Rumble spot. The Archetype walks into this match at a huge disadvantage.
Aldis or someone in the back has to be looking into this. This match can't proceed with Hector Flores as referee. No way.
The Archetype's basically walking into a trap right now. This is the biggest opportunity of his comeback so far, and his sworn enemy is refereeing the match.
There's a spot. In the Royal Rumble match on the line here, and this so-called referee could not possibly be more biased against one of the competitors.
I'll agree that this is highly irregular, but we should not be in the business of prejudging a referee's performance. Hector Flores might call this right down the middle.
Man did a whole press conference talking about how he was going to stop the Archetype from winning the Royal Rumble and going to Mania. We need to know who pulled the strings to get him a referee's license.
Another reversal, eye for an eye here. Tossed like a sack of potatoes.
The Viper in bad shape here.
Looks like Orton's struggling here.
The methodical style of Orton got a bit stalled there.
It's not like he came here to dance. He came here to fight. He knew the risk.
What a slam!
Well, that's not very sportsmanlike of him, is it?
Finish finishes that series of strikes with one last big hit. An impressive amount of offense against him here.
He's got to find some kind of opening.
The Archetype and Randy Orton are vying for a spot in the Royal Rumble match, but the referee, Hector Flores, has a vendetta against the Archetype.
Robbing their opponent by the skull and slamming him down.
Viper able to strike back.
Oh, no. The ref jumping into the fray.
And the battle being brought to the Viper there.
Yeah, but we all knew this was going to be a physical affair.
Wait a second. What the heck's going on here?
With the way they're calling this match, the ref was kind of asking for it. And put a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
Orton hoping to start a rush of his own now. Knee strike connects.
Orton getting worked on right now.
Orton's being kept in check. Grabbing their opponent by the skull and slamming him down. Brutality. That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes.
You have to imagine the disdain it takes to repeatedly stop someone like that. Oh, he timed that counter well.
Around we go and down with the Samoan driver.
And now he gets back into the ring.
Oh. My goodness.
Oh, man, what a strong kick.
Leading him into the corner.
Every counter being answered with another. Oh, what a clothesline.
Getting out of the ring, trying to collect himself.
Into the ring again now.
Well, that there is going to cost them the fall.
Okay.
There's a spot in the Royal Rumble match on the line here, and this so-called referee could not possibly be more biased against one of the competitors.
I'll agree that this is highly irregular, but we should not be in the business of prejudging a referee's performance. Hector Flores might call this right down the middle.
Man did a whole press conference talking about how he was going to stop the Archetype from winning the Royal Rumble and going to Mania. We need to know who pulled the strings to give him a referee's license.
The Viper is facing a bit of danger here.
Yeah, Randy's defensive instincts need to kick in.
And any one of those shots could take you out for good. Randy didn't exactly look Viper-like on that one.
But he is certainly tough enough to withstand some offense.
Caught with a punch.
And Orton gets countered there.
Uh-oh. Batten down the hatches.
F5! Thunderous! The Archetype and Randy Orton are vying for a spot in the Royal Rumble match, but the referee, Hector Flores, has a vendetta against the Archetype.
Back on SmackDown once again.
Always great to be back here. I still remember calling the first episode of SmackDown, and this attack has him looking powerless.
How much more of this can he take before he says enough? I'm at an utter loss for words here. What was the point of that? To what end?
And he turned it around.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
He just said, hold up.
What on earth is this ref doing? Stop right this instant. And connects with the kick.
Counter. Saw it coming.
Orton with a Fez press and now unloading rights on his opponent.
Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Sharp knee. Look at this.
And Orton finding himself on the wrong side of some offense there.
Been holding strong thus far in the match, but you can only outrun the lasting effects of a fight for so long.
Power slam.
Talk about intimidation. I'm not sure if it's resilience or stupidity that's going to drive you to try and come back from a move like that.
Brought down with a DDT.
This is definitely an ill-advised decision. It's never called for, but this ref was playing with fire, to be fair.
Incoming. Big-time powerbomb. Picture-perfect example for when you just want to put someone down with authority.
Recklessly hurled through the air.
Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it sure looks effective from here.
Evades the attack, and not a moment too soon.
Oh, looking to end this. The schoolboy. Finds the roll up. The rope saving.
Well spotted by our official.
Impressive awareness from him.
Look at this. Robbing their opponent by the skull and slamming him down.
His opponent keeps piling it on him.
I'd be embarrassed if I were taking this kind of butt whooping. Slam down hard.
And Randy can't mount any offense.
Alarms must be going off in Orton's head now.
Orton gets the better there.
And just that quick, the Viper can turn the tides of this matchup. Power slam by Orton.
Stop dead in their tracks with a headbutt.
Look at this. Spear.
The Archetypes headed to the Royal Rumble.
Hector Flores stopped the count.
Given their history, you knew Flores wasn't going to call this down the middle.
Look out.
RKO is blocked.
Clothesline attempt.
Orton nailed the RKO.
And now it's a fast count.
The Archetypes road back to the WWE Championship does not lead through the Royal Rumble match.
Randy Orton wants nothing to do with Hector Flores.
Hector doesn't care. He got what he wanted here tonight.
You're right, Corey. Hector Flores swore that the Archetype would not make it into the Royal Rumble match, and tonight he kept his promise.
If you didn't want me in the Rumble, why put me in a qualifying match?
I had nothing to do with Hector Flores being the referee.
Then who did? It's your show, Aldis!
This image in your head of the evil GM scheming against the hero? A lot of things have changed since you left, and that is one of them. But how Hector Flores ended up in SmackDown's referee rotation, and specifically your match, is a mystery I'm going to solve.
Little late now. That match with Orton was my ticket to the Royal Rumble and Braun.
You could make a fair case for a reversal due to biased officiating.
The Archetype beat sentimental favorite Randy Orton by whining to GM is not my vibe. What I want is Hector. There's only room for one of us in WWE.
Are you suggesting...
Yes. An I Quit match at the Royal Rumble. Loser leaves WWE. Forever.
You've worked so hard to come back, just to potentially throw it all away? Take some time to cool down and think this over.
I don't need time. I need Hector Flores gone from WWE.
If that's what you want, I'll make the match official.
I've been thinking a lot lately about honor, about loyalty, about redemption.
That's deep, Truth.
I've been through a lot the past few years. All that will they, won't they business with the Judgment Day turned out they won't. Then my childhood hero John Cena took me for a roller coaster ride, which sounds amazing, but it wasn't at a theme park. It was a bad emotional kind. I chopped off my hair and had an identity crisis. You know, the kind where you get super mad and kick a tree so hard it leaves a dent. When I calmed down, I reflected on my whole life. You know what I saw? A childhood in Charlotte, North Carolina, recording my first album. That time I sold the original American flag. I might have gotten another life or two mixed up in there also. What I'm saying is, WWE needs people like you. We all do. I miss you when you're gone.
Thanks, Truth. I don't plan on going anywhere.
Good. Otherwise, this conversation would have been a huge waste of my evening. And I've got things to do, and so do you. You gotta stop monopolizing my time and get focused for your match tonight.
Well, then we better stop talking. Woods, you're looking even more pleased with yourself than usual.
I was just thinking, you know, I could have told you about Hector. Day one, I looked at that dude and thought, squirrely. Like, hide your lunch money, squirrely. But hey, you had to find out the hard way. Betrayal, humiliation, career on the line, classic pro wrestling. Kind of poetic, really.
Hector made his bed. I'm just the guy flipping the mattress.
Your walk on the high road hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. Maybe it's time to try something a little different.
Yeah? What did you have in mind?
You could take the scenic route through Chair City and make sure he never double-crosses anyone again. Or you lose and you're gone from here for good. You might want to start thinking about what gets results. Champions bend the rules, break the mold, and leave people with no doubt who they are.
Big night?
Yeah. You saw how this all got started.
You must have a lot in your mind. I just wanted to say, I've been where you are. I've stood in that ring and ended the career of one of my heroes. I've had mine ended by someone I respected, maybe even feared.
Everyone's talking to me like I don't understand the gravity of this match. I promise you I do, Sean. My future is on the line.
It's not just about your career. It's about who you are. After I returned from my injury, I thought I knew pain. But when Hunter turned on me, that cut deeper than my surgeon ever did. If you're not careful, betrayal will drag you somewhere dark. Somewhere you don't come back from.
Hector was like a brother. But I can't let this slide. I'll do what I have to do. No more, no less.
I hear you. Just remember that every choice you've made on this comeback run, every match, every moment, they all led here. When the final bell rings tonight, you and the rest of the world are gonna know who you really are.
I quit matches are no joke, my friend. And putting your WWE career on the line? Whichever way this thing goes, someone's life is gonna change.
Yep. I'm disappointed that it came to this. But Hector doesn't want us to coexist here, and he's brought me around to his point of view.
You worked so hard to get back here, and it could all be for nothing.
You're right. That's why I gotta win. There's no way I'm ever leaving this behind again.
Then what you're gonna have to do to Hector isn't pretty.
I understand what I have to do out there. And I understand what's at stake.
Then you should also understand that there are some choices you can't take back once you make them. And I got a feeling one of those is right around the corner.
This may be the Archetype's last night in WWE.
No countouts and no disqualifications. The only way to achieve victory is to make your opponent say the words, "I quit." Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 600 pounds, a superstar!
If Hector Flores retires the Archetype tonight, it will be the worst case of being undone by your own creation since Frankenstein.
That's a big if, Wade. I think the student is about to find out why the teacher stands in front of the class.
Hector Flores betrayed his mentor. Now his whole career is on the
And his
line.
opponent from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 202 pounds, Hector Flores!
This man grew up in the shadows in one of Lucha Libre's greatest families, and look at him now. El Mago would be ashamed. This man, a Judas, and he doesn't belong in the WWE.
A Judas? He pulled the Archetype out of the gutter when the man was a punchline, dragged him all the way back to the main roster, and was rewarded with a swift kick to the arse.
Hector Flores gave everything he had to the Archetype. Tonight, he'll try to take it back.
For one of these... men. This is their last night in WWE.
I've known the Archetype for a long time, and this man doesn't know how to quit. All it takes is one look at his comeback so far to see it.
Booker, you said it yourself. The Archetype is only on a comeback because he turned his back on the WWE Universe for more than 2 years. When the going got tough, he said, I quit already. And he might do it again here tonight.
And down with the Samoan driver.
Flores with some agility.
Look at this.
And now that's some nasty offense imposed on Flores.
Yeah, this is chipping away at your opponent's will.
The Archetype and Hector Flores were once like brothers. Now one of them will say the words, I quit, and leave WWE forever.
Oh, sent flying. Just got thrown around like a sack of you-know-what.
What a slam! Momentum is running away from Flores.
And Flores is looking for a solution.
Oh. Point of the elbow to the nose.
Pump handle up into a half Nelson driver.
Looks to climb the top rope.
What? No! It's the 0-5-4!
Just a non-stop, all-out assault here.
Before delivering a leg drop. He's getting completely overwhelmed now.
Time for some quick thinking on his part.
Super kick!
Look at this. Robbing their opponent by the skull and slamming him down.
Oh, planted.
So much pain inflicted in this match.
He really is running on fumes right now.
Impactful slam. Oh, what a slam that hurt. Ring rattling. Boom. Good defense from him. Oh, Flores with good timing on the reversal.
Right in hand.
Momentum is running away from Flores.
Can Hector withstand this surge?
Grabbing their opponent by the skull and slamming him down.
Power slam. He knew what was coming there. Now Flores looking for some... No! A defiant no.
And what, if anything, is it going to take to finally make them quit?
Destructive use of the knee.
Look at this. Grabbing their opponent by the skull and slamming him down.
He's quickly assuming control here.
He's putting a ton of force behind every attack.
Drop kick from behind. And it's clear that he is in excruciating pain here.
His body truly can't take much more of this. I hope we have medics standing by.
Some quick thinking from him right there.
Tossed around like a rag doll.
Oh, ouch.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster. Springboard misses the target. Oh, slammed down hard.
Look at this.
Momentum is running away from Flores.
And Flores is looking for a solution.
Super kick.
Boom.
Super kick.
Flores isn't looking good as he stirs back up.
Spear.
But was that enough to get their opponent to utter the words, I quit?
Yes, I quit!
He said he wouldn't quit. He meant it. The Archetype survives, and so does his WWE career.
But look at Hector Flores. It's a hell of a thing to make it all the way to your dream, then have it end like this.
What's happening here?
The Archetype has a decision to make that will define the rest of his comeback.
I cannot believe it. After everything Hector has done.
The Archetype is a good man.
But is Hector Flores? What's going to happen here?
They end things on good terms. That's what's going to happen.
After everything Hector cost him, the Archetype is giving him one last WWE moment.
Man, I got chills. That's what this business is all about.
Thanks for taking the time to meet with me, Adam.
Of course. I gotta say, that was quite the win at the Royal Rumble. And then giving Hector that moment to say farewell was a stand-up move.
I wasn't sure what I'd do until I got there. But it felt right to part ways with Hector on good terms.
You made the right call.
But that's not why I'm here.
I figured there was more. What do you got?
We are full speed ahead on the road to WrestleMania, and Cody's going after the World Heavyweight title.
So you see an opening to get back to Braun Breaker.
Exactly. There's only one title that matters to me, and it's strapped around Braun's waist. So I'm going to make a statement that Braun and Heyman can't ignore. I'm donating my old championship to the WWE archives.
That might be enough to get Braun's attention.
Might. It definitely will. He won't be able to resist stepping up no matter what Heyman tells him. So what do you think? Can you help make this official?
I can. Just watch yourself. You're kicking a hornet's nest, and those bastards sting.